Hello, 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 hello. Greetings, 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 greetings. Greetings, greetings, greetings. I'm looking to get my lighting a little better. No, up there. Ah, my lighting, my lighting. I'm looking to fix my lighting. Just bear with me, bear with me. I elevated the light and I think it's a little bit too high. So I am bringing it back down. I think this should be better. I pray it's better. Trust me, I will get all this lighting thing down soon and very soon. Greetings, 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 greetings. Happy Thursday. I am on like an hour earlier. I am testing to see. So I am on Instagram. Hello, Christopher. Greetings, greetings. I am on Instagram. I am on YouTube, on Facebook, and also on LinkedIn. So happy Thursday, everyone. Happy Thursday. My apologies for missing my morning broadcast this morning. Wait, I'm also supposed to be on, I'm supposed to be on TikTok. Oh boy. I'm also supposed to be on TikTok. So let me get there. I forgot about getting on TikTok.
You guys, I'm so...
Just bear with me. Oh my Lord. What we're doing. Guilt, moving to it. G-U-I-L. Guilt. Guilt. And okay, so I forgot I'm supposed to be live on TikTok on Thursdays, on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. So I put on to my I put on Instagram and the others, and I forgot about TikTok. So I just turn it on. So let me get into the introduction and welcome everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am grateful for everyone who has shown up. I am asking you, please, if you would be kind enough to share the live. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. I did not even get to share on my my TikTok page. I need to get my other devices all charged up so I can have 3 devices to go live on. Welcome, welcome. Hello, hello. It's good to see my folks over on Instagram. So let's get this introduction going. So, I am Dr. Daphne Clarke-Hudson. I am a spiritual healer. I am a resilience, empowerment, transformation coach. I am also your why and soul purpose guide, consultant, and mentor. I pride myself in guiding my clients towards honoring their calling and purpose. And by so doing, they are always able to live a life of abundance and certainty. Because you know that when we honor why we are called to be, we don't have to concentrate on what others are doing. We focus in to what we are called to do and honor that. Because when we do that, we do not have to compare ourselves with others. All right? So I want to ask my folks on TikTok to go ahead and share with others. So I am, let me wave back to my folks over there. I am speaking tonight on a special topic, and it's guilt and how to move through it. However, before we enter into the conversation, I would thank you for the hearts. I want to allow a few more people to come on in here. So in the meantime, if everyone would be kind enough to just jot in the comment section and let me know where you are joining from, I would appreciate it. All right? Right now, I am in Florida. DYNAMICDAPHNE. I am putting my links in the comment section for those of you who would like to connect with me. I just put my link tree, LINK dot TRE, no, LINKTRE dot LINK dot LINKTR dot EE/Dynamic Daphne. And that's the link you can click on to connect with me and all of my other platforms. My other link is Daphne Clarke-Hudson. Daphne Clarke-Hudson .booksy. It's BOOKSY And on the Booksy link is where you can schedule all of your appointments and all of your consultation. So I am Joy. Oh, welcome from Maryland. Hey, what's the weather like up there? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, a few months ago, I relocated from Connecticut. So I'm familiar with Maryland. I have many colleagues in Maryland. My print designer lives in Richmond, Virginia. All right, so I know about the DMV area very much, very much. Thank you so much for your support. All right, so if you could jot this in the chat for me, my sister would appreciate it. It's linktr.ee/dynamic dynamic. That's my link tree. And then once you put that in, I will spell the other one for you. All right. So I have opened up an additional 5 services in my practice. These services will be short package program where you can work with me. I can work with you for, I think it's either going to be 6 or 8 weeks. Intense one-on-one training where I will be helping you through the package that you choose. And the package that I am speaking on tonight, Moving Through Guilt, it's one of those services that I will be offering as a mini program for somebody to work through their issue and to heal. Because who knows that each and every one of us, we have some issues that we go through and we mask them so smartly, if you may, and even those people who are close to us cannot identify that we are going through those things. And let me just share my broadcast here on my TikTok so my people know I'm on, because I've not been looking at the times, and I keep, after I set it, I realize I set it for the wrong time. So I'll tell you a little bit about my story. And as a matter of fact, these new areas that I'm opening up in my practice are areas that I personally have healed from, areas that I have struggled for a long time, areas that I had to do the work for, and is able now to be walking in wholeness because I am healed. And for that reason, I see it as adding value to others who might need the same service. And I decided to do it not in a group setting, because I know personally for myself how sensitive these issues are. And not everyone is willing to be vulnerable when they are going through their healing process. So I'll tell you something about guilt and moving through it. My personal story around guilt is I have had 5 miscarriages in my life before I gave birth to my son. And I'll tell you, I was married for a long time before I got pregnant, before I gave birth to my child. I was married in 1973 and I gave birth to my son in 1982. So I have traveled that painful road of miscarriage on many, many, many times, several painful experiences. And it was a lot of pain experiencing the miscarriages. But what was also extremely painful is the conversations that people would greet me with or want to have with me, and their queries and their why can't you and all of those things. If you have ever been down that path, you'll understand what I am talking about, especially if you're married into a family where all of the other siblings are having babies and lots of babies. And then you are an in-law and you are not having any babies. So then you become the topic of discussion and question and all kind of blame. And those things can bring on the heaviest burden I'm sorry. I don't know why it's cutting out, Queen. My apologies. Those experiences can bring on the heaviest burden any human being can experience. And that is the burden of guilt. I tell you, during those times when I was experiencing the miscarriages, there was a time when my in-law actually lived in the same home with my husband and I. And it was not a comfortable situation. There were times when I would be in my room and I'm ajaring the door to peek out before I would go to the bathroom. I just want to make sure I wasn't facing her. It was a heavy, and when I say heavy, it was an extremely heavy burden on my shoulders. Heavy burden on my shoulders. And that was the time when I understood the impact that guilt can have on you. And I told myself, no matter what, I am not going to allow that guilt to drag me down. I would confide in my friends and my co-workers, especially those who did not have children. I knew they had my back unconditionally. I know that they would support and encourage me. But still, when you get around the family members, that burden again gets heavy. Very, very, very heavy. And I would be lying if I sit here and tell you it was easy to move through that guilt. It was not easy. It took me years and years and years to move through it. I had to stay committed to my healing. I had to name the guilt that was so heavy on my shoulder. I had to name it. I had to call it out. I had to reassure myself that that was not my fault. I got to the stage I went to the best gynecologist on the island because I said I was going to do what is required of me. But then again, I stepped back and I said, you got to believe at that time I was diligently practicing Christianity. And I said to myself, in God's time, everything is going to be all right. In God's time, I will have somebody to say, Mommy. In God's time, I'll have somebody to give motherly love to. However, there were certain times when the guilt would get heavy again. There were times when I would, if I went to a baby shower, there were times if I would go to a baby christening or blessing, whatever you call it. There were times when I saw other people pregnant, whether they were patients of mine or just people that I would come in contact with. That burden of guilt would weigh down on me. And what was also challenging for me during those times is that I did not have my mother. Because for those of you who heard the other episode, you know I lost my mother from an early age. So there I was, struggling with the guilt and the pain and all of the heaviness from the miscarriages, and not have a mother to call for her to encourage me and to love on her baby. And those were the times when I know that I needed to do the healing. I needed to do the inner work. I need to practice what was healthy and whole for me. I know it depended on me to begin to believe in myself. So I developed different strategies. I would avoid the company of those people who their main focus was to stereotype me and to blame me and to have everything derogatory to say about me. I knew that as long as I would not be in their company, the weight of my guilt would be lighter. But as I continued to do that, I realized that I had to dig deeper into doing the work that is required. I had to begin to explore the source of my guilt. Yes, what they were doing to me was not pleasant, but why? Why was I feeling guilty about it? It had to be something in me that was allowing what they were saying and doing to have that greater impact on me. So I dug deep inside and I began to explore the sources. And then I realized that I had programmed myself. I had the names for babies, boy and girl. From the minute I know I was going to get married, I had chosen the name for babies because in my mind, I was going to get pregnant the minute I became married. But the universe had other plans. The universe had other plans. I had held myself on a tightrope because I was a nurse at the hospital. I developed friendships in the laboratory. Every month, if my period was 2 hours late, I would be rushing. Greetings, greetings. I would be rushing to the lab to do a pregnancy test. And when it turned up negative, I would be down in the dumps. And then I had to say to myself, get a grip of yourself. Not only are you allow others to have that burden of guilt on you, you too are programming yourself to do the very same. And I began doing the work, staying fully committed to doing the work. I stopped pressuring myself with these tests. Remember, I told you I had 5 miscarriages, and I learned from the experiences of the past. Every one of them, I learned from the past experience. And I knew that so long as I began to learn from the past, begin to love myself as a woman and as a human being, not only to love myself as a mother, that was not the only value about me. I was valuable in my work as a nurse, involving my community, in my church. I was an excellent wife. And I had to step up and honor myself, knowing that I was worthy. I was an amazing woman, and I did not have any reason to feel guilty about being childless. And when I came to that realization, that was the time when I understand about self-forgiveness. That was the time when I begin to love myself as a woman, not only as a pregnant woman, not only as a mother, but as a beautiful female that has great potential. My sixth pregnancy came when, after I began loving myself and forgiving myself, I was no longer burdened down with guilt. That was when my doctor decided this time he was going to put in what is known as a Shroudka in my cervix. And the Shroudka, those of you who are nurses, you know it's a stitch in the cervix to prevent miscarriage. And that was that procedure that blessed 18th of March, 1982. So I don't know what kind of guilt you might be experiencing. It is not too late for you to heal from that. I have been there. I have done the work, and I can guide you as you go through that process. No shame, no shame, no shame about it. All we need to do is to heal so that we can move along. There are times when we are sitting with the guilt and the hurt, and even sometimes the anger, just because we do not know what's the first step to take. Because especially as Black women, and I can say that boldly, unapologetically, because I'm one, we walk around with all the share of us were brought up not to tell your business. Not here saying to blurt out all of your private details. But what I'm saying to you, when you are ready to grow and when you are ready to move along, we cannot allow all of the obstacles to stand in our way. We have to heal from these things. We got to heal from these things, because you will be surprised to know how these little things on our shoulders. Sometimes you're wondering, why is my business and my career is not moving? I'm working hard. I'm doing all the advanced training and everything I'm supposed to do, yet nothing is happening. I'm reading the right books. I'm doing the spiritual work, yet nothing is happening. Good evening. There are some of you, you're saying, I am fasting, I'm praying, and yet nothing happened. Because guess what? There's a saying, you cannot see the picture if you're in the frame. And many of us, we are doing everything besides healing the aspect of our lives that needs that attention. We got to get rid of the cobwebs. You notice you are repolishing a piece of furniture? What do? You buff it first. You have to get the old polish off. Therefore, and you can scrape it off. But there are other times when you got to do it the hard way, and you got to use the sandpaper. And the same thing applies to our lives. In order to get the result of the newness we want in our lives, we got to get the old polish off, the old paint, before we apply new paint. So I will be adding on my Booksy, which is http:// Daphne Clarke-Hudson .booksy.com. I will be putting all the different packages that I am making available to my community. I will be offering 5 new packages. 5 new packages. And moving through guilt will be one of those packages. And your guilt might not have to do with miscarriages. There can be a million things you feel guilty about. To put that behind you. Now is the time for your healing. Now is the time when you can look in the mirror and you can say to yourself, it is my time. I'm ready to be healed. It is my time. I will no longer allow anything to hold me back from what I so greatly deserve. It is my time to do the work. It is my time to understand. I do not need to be embarrassed or to be ashamed about it. So I want to invite everyone to check out my page. As of next week, I will have all of the services listed there. And you can go on there and choose which package suits you, which one you fit into. Some people might need more than one. If that is the case, you book what it is that. Hey, Michael, how are you, my brother? So good to see you. I'm also on where am I? On Instagram, Michael. All right, guys. So I will be on tomorrow night and tomorrow morning on YouTube again. I am doing my best to keep my YouTubes at 30 minutes. We are at 40 minutes there now. So I'm going to end the YouTube, but I will continue on the other two platforms for now. All right. So again, guys, on YouTube, Facebook, kindly share it to others. And should in case you need somebody to guide you through guilt so you can start your healing process, do not hesitate to reach Daphne Clarke-Hudson.booksy.com. Let me type it again in my my YouTube here. Okay? Those of you who know me know that I don't multitask too well. So okay. Yeah. All right, so those of you on Instagram, you can probably type it in for your girl. And hey, Mr. Nigel, how are you? All right, so I'll see you guys here on YouTube in the morning at 9 a.m. All right, I'll see you in the morning. Remember to share this broadcast with somebody and invite someone to come and listen to us live. Love you guys. I will see you tomorrow morning. Bye. All right for my